Yo, what's good? It's been Fire here back on the video, and today we're going to be hopping into another college football 25 defense. Today we're going to be hopping into the practice mode with the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and we are going to be running the nickel 3-3 stack formation. This is in the 3-3-5 playbook, of course. Nebraska is a team that runs 3-3-5 almost exclusively in real life, so definitely going to be using that, taking advantage of it. It is in a few other playbooks, not that I know teams that have 3-3-5, none that I know off the top of my head necessarily, but I'm sure a lot of different teams do have this nickel 3-3 stack formation. I don't think it's just in the 3-3-5 playbook, but regardless, taking a look here, I'm not necessarily going to adjust any of these, but you can get safeties at the linebacker position if you want a little bit more speed. We are going to be using some of these safeties up here because we are going to be running the man blitz, as you may have seen from the thumbnail, the linebacker blitz 0. Very good. Simple scheme. It is a very easy blitz, and I'm looking to show you guys how to simply adjust out of it in a few different ways. Of course, run the blitz and then run some bluff blitzes off of it. If you guys want more out of this formation, I would love to bring you guys this defensive scheme. We can hop into a gameplay running this out of the cover 4 quarters would be kind of my base defense. Mixing in the blitz would be chef's kiss, but we'll show some bluff blitzes out of just the linebacker blitz 0. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below. Let me know what you guys want to see next. If it is a specific offense, defense, ebook, we can always bring those to you. I actually do follow a lot of these requests. If you guys made a request, there's a high chance that I've actually posted a video on it. But we're just going to be going up against the spread offense. It's going to help us kind of show the blitz off. Now, hopping into the blitz, let's move the face cam down. The first thing that I like to do when I'm running this blitz is, of course, press the defensive backs. Can we move back to our spot? Now, you do want the linebackers to line up normally, and really with this blitz, running it stock is going to be kind of almost the best way to do it. Like, if I run it stock, let's say we blitz our user, of course, I have the responsibility of defending the running back, then we should get simply 2 guys free, and this is a simple blitz of really rushing 6 people in this case. So if we do happen to get 2 people free, that's, of course, good numbers. If he blocks his running back, one of those guys should get free. So again, we're just running it stock. Over here on the right, we get a nice move from number 1. He usually always picks up that tackle, and it really allows our linebackers to just sprint by. Of course, the middle guy is going to go undetected because we have a double team on the left. The tackle has to slide to pick up this guy. Generally speaking, one of these 2 guys, 42 or number 5 here, should get free, and then we should always get this guy coming off the right free coverage-wise because we pressed. Nothing is getting open super quickly, and it's really just allowing us to user anything over the middle of the field. Of course, if he blocks his running back, we can still user our player over there. He scrambles out, you're going to get the sack. Now, I just have the CPU on Heisman running Colorado, so if he scrambles out, I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Now, sometimes you'll press, that linebacker will move. We actually want him in position. I'll kind of show and talk about a few different ways to run the blitz. But again, this is going to be your best bet. You see, again, 2 people free. I was watching the blitz, but again, you would be following that running back. You wouldn't be watching your own blitz. But you see, he scrambles out a little bit because we have this linebacker coming through the middle. Nowhere to go to the left. Obviously, can't go to the right. And we get a party at the QB. And again, you have some one-on-ones here. You can get sheds. You see our number 9 there. He gets a quick shed. So we actually get 3 people free. Overall, just a really good blitz. Now, I've seen a few different ways. Let's say we pinch the D-line. Does this help? I believe it kind of can. When I faced this online, some guy was running it like this. He did pinch the D-line. I don't know if he crashed up, but he was running it like this. You see this guy still comes free, but now the linebacker in the middle doesn't. So, sometimes a little bit weird. Like, let's say we pinch, slant our D-line inside. You see, we still kind of get that linebacker or one of those D linemen. We get kind of a disengage on the left. We still get the outside backer in, so that's probably your better bet. Let's say we pinch the D line, slant outside. So it should. I don't know why they're not necessarily concretely slanted outside, but they should be. And this is going to allow us to get 2 people free. So if you do want to pinch the D line and slant outside, that would be your best bet. So pinch the D-line by pressing D-pad to the left, down on the left stick, and then slant outside by D-pad to the left, up on the right analog stick. Again, you're still going to want to press. You can feel free to shade over the top with your defensive backs if you're concerned about getting beat deep, if he has a really quick receiver. But this is another really good way. So really there's 2 ways you could run it stock. Way 2 is probably going to be a little bit better. Reason being is this is going to be better run defense. Like, pinching the D-line is going to not allow him to run the ball up the middle. You probably need a little bit more push to the inside so he can't step up in the pocket if he was going to do that for whatever reason. And you see, still get these guys through. It kind of seems to get through a little bit quickly. I'll show it 1 or 2 more times, and then we will hop into some other adjustments. I will show the blitz against a 6-man rush, but if he's a 6-man protection, if he is blocking 6, usually what I like doing is honestly kind of abandoning it. And there is chances when you run it that, hey, only one guy gets free or the blitz doesn't come through. It's not foolproof. It's not necessarily going to work every single time. But let's show it against a 6-man protection just so you guys can see. Of course, it's not going to be as good against 6-man protection, but let's block this running back here. Let's show it way number 1 with just kind of blitzing everybody here. Because when the running back is blocked, the O-linemen block it in a completely different way. You see we got to disengage on the first play. He threw it up to Travis Hunter, but even against the 6-man protection, take a look at the shed that I believe number 0 or number 9 gets. Number 9 just comes straight through, untouched. So that can happen. Of course, that's why you want speed at the D-line position, right? So you can get back to your spot there, buddy. Again, 6-man against a 6-man protection. And we get the linebacker through. So even against the 6-man protection, we're getting pressure. Now, of course, it's not the 2 guys that we were getting before, but it is still 1 player. And if it's that linebacker, it's going to be quick rush. So, of course, kind of the same way we had the 2 guys getting free, we still have the outside linebacker on the right-hand side getting free. But, of course, the halfback is there to pick him up, but we still get this guy up the middle. So, and again, really, it's difficult to find somebody open that quickly. Especially if he blocks his running back, that allows you to help double team. So I would probably double team on number 5, Jimmy Horn in this case. But just running it stock, I'll show this 1 more time. And then we'll show the pinch D-line adjustment. So again, we get that middle linebacker up the gut. Travis fries us, but again, we would have our better corner on that side. And I would probably be shaded over the top to avoid that. You don't have to press necessarily if you don't want to, but it kind of helps you get rid of those easy plays. There again, I didn't even press, and we still get the pressure, 6-man protection. So let's try it pinched and slanted outside. We can kind of see here if one way will work better than the others, and this is all formation dependent as well. But right there, I don't know why Shitter is spamming the ball now all of a sudden, but at least give us enough time to show it. So you can see the linebacker is going to come free here. He's not going to get picked up. You see he sprints completely through him. And the running back would pick up number 56, but looks like the linebacker up the middle is still going to get pressured. So if you have a preferred way, feel free to run it that way, but it really should work either way, of course. And here it gets picked up. So honestly, I would say the spread out way is a little bit better, but for run defense purposes, you may have to run the pinch D-line. I think the pinch D-line works better against 5-man protection, but the spread out works a little bit better against 6-man. Realistically, you're not going to know, but let's show some fake adjustments. If you're facing a mobile quarterback, immediately what we can do is go, hey, I'll QB spy this player. I'm okay with doing that. Another way we can do it is play heavy defense to the outside. So we can put 2 curl flats, we can put a QB spy. Quote unquote, Alabama users for facing those guys. This would be a good strategy. 3-man rush. You could still rush one of these guys. Like if you're on the left hash, feel free to still blitz one of these guys if you want. You could obviously, let's say you're not facing a mobile quarterback, you could play defense like this. We still get the 4-man rush. We get the double Mabel. We can still press straight outside. So you can do a lot here, of course. Another thing that this guy's getting cooked. That's 90. I don't know if Travis Hunter's 99 overall, but that guy's getting fried. Just on an outside fade, which is kind of crazy. But of course, what we could do is man up one of these players on the running back as well. So I go curl flat. I could even go 2 curl flats. Boom, man up the running back. Now I can help over on Travis Hunter. I can help on deep post, underneath crossers, things like that. So obviously, rushing 3, you're not going to get pressure. Be aware of that. You'll get pressure eventually, but won't be great if you're facing a mobile quarterback. Of course, you could just kind of stock contain. Like if I wanted to play heavy over the top coverage, we could do something like this. My right bumper doesn't work. It's like jammed. Okay. Well, we got the contain. You could do something like this. This would help against deep posts. Of course, you can put those safeties at the linebacker positions, and that's going to help a lot with your coverage defense. But, oh my god, we can't get any pressure. hey, we force a throwaway. So it's a good blitz, especially if you're running this pressure a lot. Now, again, you would situationally be mixing this in with other coverages like cover 4, like cover 3, some other things. But, you know, in this particular case, it's good defense against that. I'll show it against the run briefly, but those are kind of about the max that you would do against man coverage. You wouldn't switch this coverage completely. Let's say they try to go to an inside zone. Now, of course, if they run it against your stock defense, it's going to be a little bit better. And again, formations, it is a little bit formation dependent because certain formations will be better, but that linebacker should do a good job of shooting the gap. You could kind of fill in. If it's base, you want to kind of try and shoot through that other gap, but I'll show it again here. This is annoying when this linebacker screams up. Like, I don't think the linebacker should do that unless I show blitz or I explicitly pinch the D-line, but I mean, just solid defense right off the bat. Even if it's trips and that linebacker gets picked up for whatever reason, you can shoot it with your user. I mean, even better, if you pinch your D-line, it should be very smooth sailing. You could shoot this gap fairly easily. Now, number 5 would ideally not be a safety and wouldn't have the elusiveness of a snail, be able to wrap up, make that tackle. Generally, I should have followed the outside gap with my user regardless, but I mean, I think you guys can see that the run defense out of this set would be pretty decent. Now, even if they're in a trips, which we don't really have a great trips look on offense, I don't think, out of this formation. So let's pretend that they're playing trips over here. How would you do it? You would pretty much run it the same way. Coverage-wise, we could still go with, like, I would probably, honestly, just double Mabel. I could even just go hard flat out here. Back up on Travis. So you could, like, hard flat, curl flat, still leave your user on that, or you could man up the running back if you want. But coverage behind, pretty solid. And, you know, I would have usered that probably. But overall, defense is solid. If you guys want more of these videos, let me know down below. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below. It's the best way to show support for the channel. And again, if you are new, subscribe. And that's going to do it for the video, and peace. I'm out of here.